Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
With Kimmi. How's it going, people? I am hopping on today. Got a couple tips for you. See, you got tips every day when you do this job, for real. I'm not just a YouTuber. Welcome, guys. I am Kimmi, your #1 notary educator. I teach notaries nationwide how to properly execute their notarial duties so they can have a profitable business for the long term. Yes. So you can make $100,000 a year and all that. But if you don't know what you're doing, you won't have a business. So I get in the dirt with you and I teach you how to properly notarize like a what? Like a pro. That's what you're going to hear over here. We notarize like pros, okay? Everything we do over here, we do it like a pro. Hey, Jasmine, what's up? We do it like a pro. Jasmine, I'm glad you're here. We can unpack a little bit about your question the other day that you had in the chat. Just really quick. Yeah, so we'll talk about mentorship later, but I want to give you my tips and I'm going to answer some of your questions here. Of course, that's what we do, right? Yeah, Jasmine. So I was saying another reason why, and this is just a conversation we had over in chat that's coming over here. We'll talk about that later. But short version, Jasmine, another reason why I don't like posting my prices, like I was saying in the chat, so add a little context to that, because sometimes we can't get so deep in the chat, like literally it's late at night, et cetera, is because you leave no room for negotiating. If you put on there, I charge $100 for a seller's package. Well, once you get all the details, it might have started at 100. Now you know, oh, this particular seller's package is 300 or 400 pages. Because I had one the other day. It wasn't a seller's package, it was a buyer's package. And I still wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting it to be 300 plus pages. I was not. So I went with the rate that they offered. However, again, had I had the chance to do that over, that would have been more. So I don't like to put myself in a box. Okay. That's another reason why I don't put my prices out there. And unless you're in the state of Texas, there are some states that require you to post your fees. Like Texas, you have to post your fees, but loan signing is completely different than your general notary work. So in your state, even for Texas, their per stamp fee, I think it's $10. They have to post that. But when they're doing loan signings, it could be 10 to 15 notarizations in there. They're just paid for the one bulk price. So it's a whole different ball game. I didn't create the system. That's just how the system is. So we want to play ball in that game. We got to follow the rules. So again, it's not going to be no cut and dry answer for every single thing. There's just not. Some stuff you just going to have to think about it, make a business decision, and keep it going. So yeah, so you're saying you have to post your fees in Nevada. So yeah, if you got to post your fees, you got to post your fees. Not for loan signing. How should we ask how many pages the packet is? Yeah, because I should have asked. So in my situation the other day, I took that job because I really like working with that particular company, right? But when somebody calls me on the phone, I will ask them like direct. I'm like, how many pages is it sometimes? Because they know. Sometimes they really don't know from signing companies. They just know it's a seller's package. They just know it's a buyer's package. They really don't know. So by the time you're trying to go back and forth with them, well, how many pages is it? If you're receiving a notification on your phone, I'm pointing in my watch, but I get notifications on my watch. That's why I'm pointing in my watch. But if you get a notification on your phone, on your watch or whatever, and you're trying to go back and forth with them and say, hey, how many pages is that? They're not going to probably work with you. They're not. The pink is pinking, right? So anyway, that's the brand today, y'all. That's the brand. So it's a little extra. But anyway, yeah. So by the time you do all that negotiating back and forth for signing companies, if I'm going to negotiate the dollar amount, so I may not know how many pages, but if it come in a buyer's package at 100, no, I'll probably need to go up to 150 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to see what your market will bear. But yeah, so you don't have to. I would not recommend rather going back and forth with them, trying to figure out how many pages it is. Either you're going to do it or you're not. You know. If I got a package and just let's just say it was 400 pages, I realized as soon as I get it, right? And they kind of gave me a low ball offer. At that point, I probably would go back and say, hey, this package is actually a lot larger than a regular package, and request more money, because you know I'm big on not going back asking for additional funds. Okay. I don't like changing the price once we've agreed to something. I don't teach you to do that. I don't like you to do that. But there are extenuating circumstances with everything. That's why sometimes we just really have to think about the relationship. Think about, you know, how much you want to work with this person. Think about, have they given you business in the past? I think about all that kind of stuff when I'm pricing my services. I'm not just a one-hit wonder notary where I'm going to get all my money from you today. You're going to pay me $200-$300 today. I already know if I do that to you, you're not going to work with me again. And you've been doing it long enough where you can kind of know, you know, what's fair, what's not, and how to play the game. And I often refer to notary signing agents playing a game, because if you don't know, the signing companies are telling you, you know, whatever price they want to tell you, and you're like, sure, I'll take that. And you don't know, well, hey, I can negotiate. Oh, you can? But it's how you do it, okay? We're going to negotiate in a proper way, in a professional way. So we go over all of that kind of stuff in mentorship. So a couple things I wanted to share with you guys today is I told you the other day about a Apostille job that I had, and the client had transcripts. I'm trying to see how to word it so y'all can understand it. So first of all, let's go back just a wee bit. For those of you who don't know what an apostille is, it's a document leaving the United States, going to another country, needs a higher level of authentication. But the process is just a little bit different when you're dealing with certain documents, okay? So it's not a one and done when you're doing apostille. So you got to know what you're doing. So in my case, the client had a GED, transcripts, and we couldn't get anybody. I say we, because I'm in it with them. It ain't my transcripts, but I'm in there with them, so I say we. So we couldn't get anyone from the school to actually sign off saying that they were original transcripts. So I'm like, we need a workaround, right? So we came up with a workaround. I told my client, why don't you, because something has to be apostille. We need another document on top of the document. So I said, why don't we do an affidavit? So she agreed. So I typed it up for her. Okay. Typically we do not prepare documents unless, you know, that's part of what your duties are, your role is, or whatever. But I had her give me the verbiage. So this is what I prepared. I'll just show you at a distance because her name is on it. But I prepared an affidavit for her. And now this is what we're going to have apostille. So she talked to her husband about it. He was good with it, and this is what they're going to use because he's been trying to get this done for over a month. The first way we sent it was a copy cert, and the country would not accept that. So a lot of times with apostilles, you have to know that it's not up to you to decide what's going to happen with the document, right? We have to know what the accepting country is going to take, because we may say, hey, let's do a copy cert, or let's do this. Copy cert means you certifying a copy. But over there, they're like, nope, it's got to be original. It's got to be wet ink, okay? So it's so many variables when it comes to doing apostilles. If you don't have any knowledge of it, I'm going to tell you to check out my course, the Apostille Master Apostilles. It's not that complicated. And it is on sale. Coupon code is WIN, WIN 2025. And you can check out notaryeducators.com. What other questions do you all have for me? I see we got some new people here. While I'm waiting on your questions, I have another story I wanted to share with you. So I had a client call me the other day. This is the first time I had this happen. I usually get phone calls from clients asking me, do I have a black notary stamp? Okay. This is the first time I ever had someone call me saying, do y'all have a blue notary stamp? So typically in the industry standard is black. Your notary stamp that you're stamping your document should be black, right? However, he wanted blue. I don't have a blue one. So I was like, well, do I need to get a blue stamp? I don't know. So anyway, I've been considering it since I got that call. But then Jeffrey and I were talking. Jeffrey's my husband, for those who don't know. We were talking, and I was like, well, how often do you get that call? Once, and it's been 6 years. Okay. So I don't make business decisions based on a one-off. Okay. Even in our mentorship program or selling courses or whatever I do, I don't just say, well, you know what, this one person had a problem. Now, if one or two have a problem, then yeah, we need to look at that. And matter of fact, somebody told me they couldn't sign up for the text messages yesterday. Let me look at that right quick. Somebody just told me that yesterday. Let me try. They said it did not work. Let me see. Oh, yep, it's an error message. I forgot to look into that. I'm gonna have to call GoDaddy. Thank you for that too. Shout out. I forgot who it was the other day. I'm gonna have to find out why that's not working. Let me put that note on here. I'm glad. See, that's why I go live. That's why I'll go live. Cause y'all be helping me out. That's the text message part. Okay. All right. Let's see what Jasmine is saying. Hey everybody, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? What's up? Jasmine says, that's interesting because industry standard for ink is blue unless stated otherwise. So why not blue? No, not the ink pen, Jasmine. Not the ink pen, the actual notary stamp. Not the ink pen. Let me clarify that. Yes, you're correct. And that's what I teach you. Industry standard is blue ink pen. He wanted the notary stamp to be blue. The ink that comes out your actual notary stamp. He wanted that to be blue. And so it was funny. So I called the person who I call my mentor. He's just someone that actually did some notarizations for my parents and actually really encouraged me to start using my notary stamp. Shout out Joe. And anyway, I called him and I said, hey, I knew he had a blue stamp though, because I've been on notarization jobs with him. I've been a witness. So I knew he had a blue stamp. Matter of fact, every time he put out his blue stamp, I'm looking like, why he got blue? So anyway, he's been doing it much longer than me. So maybe blue used to be the standard. I don't know. And it actually blue shows up on your scan. So that's why we use blue ink, right? So now that I'm talking this out with you guys, I might go ahead and get me a blue stamp just because, but typically, even in your instructions, it will say the notary stamp sometimes needs to be black most of the time. So I don't know. So I might go ahead and get one because they're only $20. I like to, and so that's what I was going to tell you about him. So when I called him, he says I have a blue stamp, a red stamp, and a black stamp. I was like, well, okay then. He even has a red stamp. Now I've never had anybody ask for a red, never had anybody ask for blue. So I may not buy the red stamp right away, but I definitely am thinking about getting a blue one since I had that request. Let's see. Jasmine says, yeah, the ink pen is blue, so why not get a blue stamp? Because typically the industry standard is black. Typically it's black. So I see he uses blue on everything, and I have been called up to, a UPS store before because UPS store in my area has a blue stamp. And I've been called up there several times because the document had to be re-notarized with a black stamp. So I don't know what, the rhyme or the reason. I really don't. So that's why I'm about stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So again, I think I might go ahead and invest in the blue notary stamp. The ink part being blue. Let me see. Because it's not that much money. So, again, for my business. Because like I lost a sale. Because I didn't have a blue stamp. So, yeah, I lost a sale the other day. And I'm not about losing money. Yeah, I didn't like that at all, have to tell him, well, I can't do something. Yeah, so let me just see right quick. Notary stamp and blue ink. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna order one. I'm trying to see. Oh, you know what? Do I have to put the blue ink in there? Because the black usually comes in there. I do see where they have blue ink. So I might would have to even... Oh, no, this says blue. No, that's an acknowledgement stamp. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I just had to look right quick because I typically... Yeah, these are all black ink. So I guess I might would have to put the blue ink in there. I really don't know. Just based on what I'm looking at, everything comes in blue and black. So I'll have to do a little deeper dive when I'm not on my live. Okay. Hey guys, welcome. What other questions do we have? So my other story, oh, that was my second story actually. That was the second story. So I am thinking about getting a blue ink stamp in addition to everything else that I have. So I did charge my client just a few dollars for preparing the letter. I charged her just a few dollars because this is the third apostille I'm doing for them. So I wanted to charge her, I promise you I kept going back and forth. I wanted to charge her $50 for this letter. I wanted to charge her $50 for this letter and notarization, right? But I did not. I only charged her $25 because it's her third apostille with me. So I believe in loyalty. And she's a loyal client. She's a loyal client. So, and she trusts me and stuff. So I went ahead and just charged her $25 for that. So what else is going on with you guys? Let's talk about mentorship a little bit and how to start your notary business for my newbies. Do we have any new people, any work notaries? Either work notaries, that means you only got your commission because they asked you to at work, or you got your commission because you wanted to for work and you don't know how to make money with it. Any newbies? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So if you are just starting out, though, I'll show you what you need. I'm going to take you through a couple quick steps here. Start your notary business. This one happens to be for Indiana, Florida, Georgia. But there's a book for every state. I always say start there. And then that's going to give you a nice foundation of everything you can do in your state and in your business, how to grow your business. If you are looking for notary journals, booyah, this is a hard copy. They come in 15 different colors and patterns. Okay. I don't have that cat and dog. People love the cat and dog. So you can check out the journal collection. 15 of them. And it has everything you need in there to start your business. So what else is going on in these notary streets? Any other questions? Last night, our session was on fire. Hey, Sabrina, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, last night's session was on fire. In our mentorship program, we did Google business profile reviews, and the gems were being dropped, okay? The gems were being dropped. I actually got on the session for a few minutes. I couldn't stay for the whole thing because I had an appointment. Alexis led that session last night. Alexis / the notary family, okay? Because they was dropping gems. The people are doing their thing. Their social media posts look amazing. Their websites look amazing. There were many on there who were just getting started. So that's why you can join the mentorship program wherever you are, okay? In your business, you can start. You can start at the $27 entry point or the $47, whichever one you want. You both get to come to the same session where the gems are being dropped, okay? The $27 one includes your main basic courses to get you started, and the $47 includes all the gems, okay? Apostille, any fingerprinting, wedding officiant, everything, okay? So, and the live chat, which runs 7 days a week. So, the chat last night, though, I'm telling you guys, it was on fire. I even got some tips from my Google page. So, you want to have a tight and a strong Google business profile. We will be doing those monthly because you have to have a good business Google profile. If you don't have that, you don't have a business. You don't. So we will be doing those profile reviews. We do loan signing agent profile reviews. The rest of this month is going to be actually amazing. Let me tell y'all what the sessions are for this month. I got to figure out why that's not working. So next week, we're going to be talking about field inspections. So if you are thinking about field inspections, you want to be in the house. There is an actual course in the membership about field inspections, but we're going to do a little deep dive. And we have a special guest speaker, Miss Angela is going to be with us. Angela Brown. She's one of our members. Our members are doing so well now that they're actually doing a little teaching. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. So join us next week. Angela Brown will be our special guest. And then the following Tuesday at 7, you want to join us because we're going to be doing customer service that attracts clients. And that session is going to be led up by Lori Wilson, also in the mentorship program. Okay. So our people are doing amazing. And we have some more special guests coming up for November. So you want to be in the house, guys. If you're ready to take your notary business to the next level, I'm telling you, you want to join mentorship. You want to join mentorship. And those that work the program is working for them. That's the only way I could put that. It really is. If you're wanting to, like I said, take your business to the next level, and you're ready to learn how to get this business underway and stop being shy, and we talked about that a little bit. Well, we talk about it quite frequently because a lot of people are shy. And I get that, guys. I do. I understand. Everybody is not meant to do all this talking on YouTube and social media and all that. But we got to start walking in that space because that is where the money is. Digital. Everything's electronic. And if you have something to share, and I know most of you have something you could talk about. If it's not notary, do you bake cakes? Do you mow your lawn exceptionally well? Are people always saying, oh, I just love the way you cut your grass? All of that kind of stuff. It's somebody out there that want to watch you do it. There's somebody out there that want to watch you. Yes. So I'll say all that to say because last night they were showing their social media pages. Amazing. I was like, get out. I mean, it looks so professional. A lot of times Alexis asked a couple people, she was like, did you hire a photographer? They're like, nope. Nope. They just get that iPhone. And again, I've been using my phone from the time I've been doing social media. This is my second really nice phone. Well, all my phones been nice. But this is my second really nice phone because Jeffrey wanted to make sure it's camera ready, okay? He don't play about the technology. So anyway, all that being said, let me see, I'm trying to get a thumbnail together for this video. Yeah, so I just use my phone. I mean, I have, I don't know, over 1,000 videos on my channel, and I just use my phone. So you don't have to go out and buy all this expensive equipment, even to film a little commercial. And even I'll leave one little gem with you for your Google page, and everybody can do that. If you have a Google page. Even for this weekend, happy Sunday from None Better Mobile Notary. We love to be your notary, something like that. Adds a flair, adds a little flair, adds a little life to your business, okay? It adds a little flair. So do something for your business today. Somebody in our mentorship program, I was really touched last night. I didn't make it on there, but I was so excited for her because she was like, I spend 3 hours a day in my business. And I was like, get it, girl. Okay. And I love that. I love that she said that. I really did. I was like, wow, that touched me because it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of us have a lot going on, either you're a parent, you caring for your parents, you're working, just tired. Me and my sister talk about that. Sometimes we just tired. We've been working since we were like 13, 14 years old, and you just get tired. But they don't just give out checks because you're pretty. They don't. Most of the time, you got to earn it. Even the other people, they got to earn it, right? So my other thing I've been really talking about is the need to own something. Own your own business, right? A lot of people right now are affected by this government shutdown, and we hope that they're okay. We really do. We really do. However, this is a good learning experience for some of us. Do you own your own business? Even if it's something small that you could just hop into, if your company tomorrow say, hey, we don't need you no more. We don't like how you look. We're going to just fire everybody. We got to cut the budget, right? It could happen. So, own something. Own something. Own your cars. Own your phone. Okay? That's my new thing. It's not just all about notary. Own your phone. And that way, too, when you own stuff, you don't have to be as desperate when you're pricing your services, you know? You don't have to be as desperate. I don't like when people just try to make all their money off of one client, you know? And I hear some of these prices, I'm like, what? You won't work again, like we were talking about earlier with Jasmine. You don't have to charge for everything now. Some things we can do just because of, you know. Now, we are in the business of making money. Don't get it twisted. But we don't have to charge for everything, okay? But what do you own? Own something. Own your business. Own your future. And even if it's just for tax write-off, you can get a lot of tax benefits from being a business owner. Our health insurance, before we became completely self-employed, was like $400 a month. Now, it's only like $104 a month for two of us. Okay, and we can write that off. Okay, so you really, really got to know how to play this game out here in life, y'all. You really got to know how to play this game called life. You really do. And don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm not saying quit your 9 to 5. I get on here every other day and say that. Don't quit your 9 to 5. But you also need to own something. Own your business, right? I'm working from home right now. Today, I'm actually, I have been up working since 8:30, actually. Because, you know, I had the mentorship that I run. Then I have my own notary business. I was up typing this letter for this customer this morning. Because I told her I couldn't do it last night. I was at another appointment. I had 0 time last night. So anyway, I've already made my money from this one piece of paper. Okay, this one piece of paper. This one piece of paper is $200. 200. One piece of paper. One piece of paper. It's an apostille. It's going to Dominican Republic. $200. Okay. And again, I know my craft, so I can charge that, right? I know my craft. My client don't feel like being bothered with it. She didn't even want to type this up. Because I offered it to her. I said, hey, would you like to? No, you do it. Okay. Got you. So, yes. One piece of paper. One piece of paper. So, you also want to learn this apostille business, right? That could be a business in and of itself. Now, you don't have to be a notary to do apostille work. You do not have to be a notary. However, I say you need to be in order to know how to do it correctly. Because one time I had a job and another notary did the notarization and it expired. Their notarization expired. But see, they didn't know about apostilles. So it wasn't expired when they stamped it, but it was expiring in 3 days. The client was using it in another country, right? Single person affidavit because they were getting married in another country. So I say all that to say, that's why I think you should be a notary. Everything starts with notarizing like a pro. Everything in your business starts with notarizing like a pro. If you don't know how to notarize, and I would have sent that document in for apostille, they would have put the apostille on there, but it would have been invalid for my client. He wasn't getting married in 3 days. He wasn't even going to that country in 3 days. So you got to check your dates on your documents, right? You got to check your notarization dates. You got to check. It's a lot of stuff you got to check. Now, it's not complicated, but when you know, you know. And that's why we have the Notary Educators Business Success Mentor Program. So you can know. So you can know. Any other questions you guys have for me? Any other questions? What are we talking about today? And if we don't have anything, it's okay because we've been live every day this week. So you really may not have any more questions, and that's cool. Just waiting to sign up. Just waiting to sign up. Get you a mentorship. So I'm going to put this on here. on this thumbnail because I forgot I am making $200 on here. Yep, $200. So you can too. You just got to know, again, what to do. You cannot get out here and fake it until you make it. I know we say that on a lot of stuff. Just fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. No, we're not faking it until we make it on these people documents. We are not faking it until we make it on these people's documents. I'm sorry. That is one that I'm not going to tell you to fake it till you make it. You can fake it till you make it with your business skills. You can fake it till you make it, some of your customer service, if you're not good at talking to people. But we are not faking it till we make it with these people documents. Nope, and no. We got to know what we're doing. So that's why, for me, I say you need to be a notary in order to do apostilles. Because you got to know, that's the whole part of doing apostilles, is the notarization. And if that part is not right, you got a problem. You have a real problem. Again, I'll give you guys a few more minutes because I see we have some people just hopped on to see if you have any additional questions. And if not, I'm going to move on because I do have other things I need to do today. I'm in the process of filming some of my courses for my new program, which is called Creators Club with Kimmi. Check it out. You can check out the YouTube channel right now. It is up. It was called Business Life with Kimmi, and now it's going to be, it has already changed to Creators Club with Kimmi. So I'm in the process of putting the, sorry, y'all, I'm trying to type. Getting the courses ready, the mentorship ready, and everything ready. So, and that's for my people who really want to walk in this digital space. If you have any idea, we're going to help you develop the idea, help you execute the idea. A lot of people have ideas, but they don't know how to execute. They don't know how to write a business plan. They don't know how to do an ebook, how to do courses. And you can find all that information on YouTube. You can find it. However, it's nothing like somebody walking you through the whole process. I've been there, I've done it, so pretty good at it. I love business, so I got you covered. We have a couple more people that just joined, and we are going to wrap up in about 3 minutes, a hard stop if we don't have any questions. What we got? Nothing? Got 2 seconds. We got 2 minutes, literally, and we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up. It's Friday. Everybody out there spending the money. So anyway, check out mentorship. You got the $27 option or the $47 option. We meet every single week. You can catch the replays. And that's all I got for you today. I wanted to share those few tips with you, okay? Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. If you do, until later, I'll see you over either in chat. Deanna says, do you teach apostilles? Yes, that's what this whole video was about today. I don't know if you're just joining us, Deanna, but yeah, I was talking about how this particular client, this is what this was here at Apostille. It's going to be, this letter had to be written, it has to be notarized, and then apostille. So yes, I do teach apostilles, and there is a course. Oh, you just joined? Yeah, go back and catch the beginning, girl. Yes, but I do teach apostilles. It's included in the mentorship program, or you can buy the course separately. Separately, use coupon code WIN2025, and it's included in the all-inclusive plan. So really quick though, Deanna, for apostilles, I'm not sure what state you're located in, but I really recommend being a notary because, like I was saying earlier, when I did an apostille, this is the number one reason why. Is because the notary that stamped it did not do apostilles. If they actually were expert in doing apostilles or even did them, they would have told their client, hey, I cannot, Illinois, okay. We got Illinois in the group too. Yeah, I cannot notarize your document because my notary stamp is expiring, right? But the person that did the notarization did not do apostilles. And all notaries don't. The majority don't because they don't know how to do it. So you're leaving money on the table, okay? If you don't learn how to do apostilles. You can do them a lot or you can do them a little. There are notaries that do, that's all they do. That's all they do. Now, that's not all I do. If I wanted it to be all I do, I could, but I really like quick money. And when I say quick money, I love general notary work. Me and Apostille had a love-hate relationship until 23. In 23, I was like, doggone it, I'm gonna learn this, okay? And I did, and I'm so happy. And I'm still learning. Apostilles is not something you're gonna learn all in one day. It's not. But I know enough to go get $200 for this one piece of paper. And this show you how to do it. Because some of them are just going to be tricky. You got Hague countries, non-Hague. You know, can they take a copy? Can they not? I mean, that's why I say I have a love-hate relationship. Because I love the money. But again, the apostille work sometimes. I'm like, this shirt, guys, I'm kind of like, I like this shirt, but I'm like, do the roses look kind of grandma? But this shirt is so cute, though. I just love it. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. Okay, Rosalind in North Carolina, what's up? What's up? Are you doing apostilles? Are you doing apostilles? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I do have quite a few videos here on the channel too. But if you want like an all-inclusive, just like, let's get to it, let's learn this apostille, check out the course, okay? Because I do have quite a few videos here on the channel. So y'all know I ain't just trying to sell you everything. But you do need the course probably. If you want to do it like a pro. Because everything we do around here, we do it like a what? Like a pro. Rosalind says, hello, no, I'm a notary and would love to do it. Help. All right, Rosalind. Well, first I'll tell you to go back and rewatch this because I gave a lot of tips about apostilles in the beginning of this video. But yeah, so you just really need to be a great notary first. You really do. You need to be a great notary. If you don't know how to properly notarize, then you need to start there. Notarize like a pro. Once you learn how to properly notarize documents, then you can start offering apostille service. Because again, like I was saying, the apostille, everything around it is really about the notarization. If the notarization is incorrect, like for example, I can show you the bottom part of this. I got to go back and add something to this because I didn't put a signature line on here. But for example, right here, if I don't put the right signature, even the right signature on this document, when I do sign it, I sign my name Kimberly Y Nunnally. If I just put K-Y Nunnally, it's going to be rejected. Okay? You've been doing a loan signing since 2020. Oh, cool. So you got a little skill under your belt. That's great, Rosalind. So just add apostille services. If you know how to properly notarize, now just because you've been doing it, don't know that, you know, that you're doing it properly. But if you've been doing it for 2020, I think you do, okay? I think you do. So congratulations. Shout out to you. You're a long timer, 5 years. That's great. That is really great. So if I don't sign this correctly, it's going to be rejected, okay? If I don't put the right expiration date, it's going to be rejected. And don't forget, we don't want to get it rejected locally or in the other country. Remember my illustration earlier? That wasn't an illustration that actually happened. So the notary stamp expired, what is this, October? Say the notary stamp expired in August, right? And now September, they're trying to use a document across the country, across the seas or wherever. It's not valid. It's not valid. So you got to know what you need to know in order to get the money and ask, you know, because I'm charging her $200. You don't think this document better be right? She's not going to take, oh, well, I just started, you know, I thought I knew what I was doing. I'm sorry, I can redo it. No, these people are trying to get married. They're trying to buy property. They're trying to sell property in another part of the world. And you can't, there's not a lot of room to say, I'm sorry. You know, there's not a lot of room. Oh, I'm so sorry, I messed up. Oh, I didn't know. They're going to be looking at you like, wait a minute, I paid you $300 and $200 and you what? No, when you start saying hundreds of dollars for some people, expecting you to be a pro. Okay? Expert. So, yeah. We are not just faking until we make it. So if you need some additional training with the apostilles, it would be our pleasure to assist you in one of two ways. One of two. Self-paced, the course. Okay, coupon code is WIN2025 at notaryeducators.com, or it's included in our all-inclusive package. Okay, and that also comes with the mentorship helpline, basically, and that's 7 days a week. And the community is helping each other. I get in there if we need to answer like some questions. If you have an actual assignment, I will help with other things too, of course, but it's really a community and they're helping each other. Okay, it's really a community. So I will get in there and try to help you with your assignment, because I want to make sure your assignment is going correctly. I have somebody doing their first signing today too. Let me see. Is anybody on here in the chat can tell me? I think Jasmine's just saying good morning. Okay. I think she's just saying good morning, because I have somebody doing their first signing. And I was like, well, do I not do my live waiting on them? I was like, nah, I still got to do what I have to do. So somebody will help them, or I'll help them when I finish. How much is your course to learn the Apostille? You have one of two ways. You can buy this. The self-paced course is $77, or it's included in the mentorship at $47 per month. Yep. Either way you want to get it. Yep. Either way. So what I always recommend is take your time. It's not a hurry to buy nothing. Look at notaryeducators.com. Play around with the descriptions, because what you see is what you get. It's not any fluff. Okay? It's not anything fake. We've been doing this a long time. So you can read the description. If I say it's included in there, it's actually there. Okay? So I am going to get ready to get out of here. And I do need to get ready to make a phone call about my website too, because this shouldn't be working. And it's not. So I need to call them. Always something, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here because I do have a lot to do for real. So anyway, on behalf of Notary Educators, please, please, please check out our website at notaryeducators.com. All things notary, we got you covered, A to Z. We're going to notarize like a what, people? Like a what? Like a what? Like a what? Like a what? Like a pro. Okay? Until next time, you're welcome, Rosalind. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit notaryeducatorsllc.com.